for your mama kwaba about another episode of the Next Chapter show. And Breno kwa and echo and nano ekanya ne ekan. Ghana ye dache e at stake. Na tisena de bia me kanono. Abato enwo nso na se ye beto aba nso a ese ye make sure say niema ye gina so ye de to aba no. Yaka bibia afra aka bibia bom akenkan niema ni nyina e de ato nsani ni na ya ye very sure say your decision no is based on their ebema ye dache akonanim ene ye bidi nkomo bebre ane kese ye pa ne say nkontompo ne ntro ene nada ene niema bia ndisifo akeka bomu a for a very long time MPP Jayama afesta bepemone no ebedi ho nkomo omo di kan to ne din the achi mafia plan enu entumi an soja no mo san man ne din foforo AGYAPADEE book ene de wo mu bia no ebeka ho asem na ansa na no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia probo no oguso a oko wawie waye fadodo no aye wo the 5 northern regions oko northeast region oko northern region oko savannah region oko upper west region and wako upper east region one party for wo ho edi nkomo na wotwi mu wahyasie ebo apro eastern region me no kase ene as we speak over lower menya krobo constituency anopa we di kan akọ esojaman constituency fi lower menya obeko yilo krobo constituency endra ene nanansa de ekuapemfo yetede nti yene Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ena edi nakrana obeye youth connect ewe Ekuapem North constituency Ekropon constituency Miamini Obama Sami Ewuku constituency adechi ye no ena one Ekuapem North for ebeye the Ofie health work, probably one of the biggest health works ubetumi hu in this political season. Ena otoa so call Ekuapem South every any Ekuapem South every for ekodi so di nkomo chomo nema bebre a ogidi se ese etumi gina so to abama no ofi ho ena call okre ekoka ni nuabema Dambotwe honorable Dambotwe eho ene Nana Ado Kenneth oye parliamentary candidate ma okre constituency ene okre man nyina di nkomo na momme hwe videos kakra efi Ekuapem North ene inketanwodie ne nkomodi a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne yedi mo yehwe kakra ne mbra
Palutaye eske palutaye goye mama eriye goye mama kajane wapa eriye goye mama boys kope obati onya eseke therefore I am fanchiche therefore I am fanchiche mama koma nyame ya kapa my baby I am do on top of baby I mean mama koma nyame ya kapa my baby I on top of baby I mean in paluta yeah on top of baby I mean baby, I am a down. Oh, I am a down. One bed this sick away, one bed Yakumau.
About to also sound was Susan so. Is Susan so will be so said. Utumi ya at the year bell. And nay, you are Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Abeka say our baby young campaign no ewo Ekuapem North constituency. In 2020, we had 55% of the parliamentary vote. 55%. But in 2024, every strategy that will be deployed to make sure say young vote, you know, and I'm 70%. Mayor.
Abaya, yeah,
Yedachi aba na yeto. Eba ebechere se Ghana ye pese ye ko eni manase yensan yechi. Ye ko eni manase yensan yechi. Ye ko eni manase yensan yechi. Yanum die upese uye bibia umusi entimi ye it is impossible. Maybe my dream is Nyamiadum. It is possible. You see, the mobile money interoperability eba. Obient me and Yabi or Africa. Say we easy come from bank account to mobile phone network from one to the other. You see, eba almost yent me ye. Ye can't no. Yeah.
I'm say, I'm a woman, I'm a baby, I am a dog. I am a dog, on top of baby, I'm a woman, shop, I'm a baby, I'm a dog, on top of baby, I'm a
Ouch! The youth wing of the NPP must be psychologically prepared and strategically positioned to ensure victory is achieved. I want to assure you, a vote for Dr. Aboagye is a vote for your future. A vote for Dr. Aboagye is a vote to secure your destiny. And a vote for this digital man is a new era, a new dawn, a new beginning of prosperity. Let the victory of the NPP emanate from Eastern region. Esanse ewiano epia ewo epue.
Papa, my baby, I am it, on top of baby. Ouch! Me didn't know by acid. Now come to take pressure kwana me damenda. Me didn't know by acid. They spit on my face, they block our way, so yo. Now me na shira, na shiro. Me say what you man.
Dr. Aboagye vote no. Aboagye vote no. Aboagye vote no. Sami vote no. I say, wait there, one may be sika, one may tia kuma. Dr. Aboagye, one may tia kuma, and one may be sika.
I am coming to seek the presidency with a mindset of possibilities. I believe Ghana can be as good as any other country in the world. When we mooted the idea of implementing free SHS, there be no kind. Or say, yentimi. I say, Anka, ono ewo saasi kana, on finance free SHS. And yes, I don't kind.
It was a for Dr. Mahmoud Aboagye Kitangudie Ekoso and so many places across the country. Be on standby. Enchebia obedu umpotem. Na ohe Ghana for ekwanya Ghana for faso budget Dr. Mahmoud Aboagye so enyambre tie nsem no to ne boase cheche mu hwe Ghana for na ya na ya muka Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia uti de enu asame okuka ye na o say Dr. Bawumia de wamba so obeti akoma ono wamba se obedisika Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aba no yemfa ncheche enti yebo ho ban ase yebo ho ban de a yache se wo befre wo nua na wo nua so afre ne nua na ye gina wo pintim se ne etie bia propaganda ntron kontompo na da bia ndisifo eno mu kandini ede benante wo bia na be gina wo pinti na yesu Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia vote nim kopem se ede be she ballot box nim come December 2024 na ye bo apro ye koba ye din komo nyina ebusafo ye sremo abato ene ye kokoto Ghana enei ye shining example che say aman bebre especially bibi mu ha e de Ghana eye ensensodie ana e ka asem kire nipa bebre ye democracy no ya ba ye nim ya koye nim etintim si ye bo ho ban nti ye ne ye ho kasa ne ye kan che ye ho say abato ne no ne say obekọ ballot box na de wa ba no akwakohyem uwia ye kan wia de obedi bia no na wedi basa ye ene niema ebebo ye man no ede ohawa bere man ne de ye nyina ntwe ye ho fim nti ye de the next chapter show ene yi e ka che mrante ne maba ne mebu nyina se ye memma ye ho kwan na obi emfa ndada endada ye ne ye niema bia ebese o man no ye memma obi nhye ye bufuo ne bufuo no emma ye nkodi dwuma bia ebese o man no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nante the 5 northern regions aye campaign for so many weeks ye nyina ehu ye hwe videos ye hwe ho niema wo TV so ne ade fefefe kama eba ne sen na former president Mahama nkoa ko ye one day pe ade echi ye hyehye niema ese niema ye wo man ba ko pe Ghana senia party ne sitie bia no se wo hwe na se won to ma na ye de ye wo ho ya ready awa tu se ebejewo bra na fa abato no ebe Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na momenye niema ebese ya mane ye mendi nipa ba ko pe ho ebufuo ye memfa ne ho ebufuo ensei oman no se ne tie bia de obeka de obeye ompena sema atutia no na mum dia NDC fo chitafo ni bi eye no eya na hadwen one day pa okoye campaign e wo hade echi ye no momenye hwe ho sunsuanso
I want to tell you, politics it is not about tradition, or it is not about conflict. We say politics, not politics, no discrimination. I am a member of NDC, and I have people who follow my back. I have a group, I have a gang. I call AGYAPADEE. We are to ban it. I said it.
Politics is not about tribalism. Exactly. Politics is about numbers. Exactly. And it risks our lives. Yeah. People are suddenly something to happen. It's not going to be. We are doing this. We are doing this. we are disappointed in this executive. We are disappointed in them. We are going to do the thing. We are not deciding. We are telling you. We are the people in town who are capable to bring the people out to vote. But now they have made us to know that politics is about tribalism. It is not about numbers. We are NDC for NDC. We are bringing it.
Why is the candidate coming to Baku and cannot even look at the house that founded?
Abatuo ehu nsunsuaso. Enti odia ne se emre no so a obefa ballot paper no at the polling station. Na watu amanipa ope ana watu etia nipa no na de share ballot box dem obia akoye campaign in the 5 northern regions politicians be reako former president Mahama nkwa akoye campaign one day pa ade echi ye no hwe ho sunsunso yes remo you may have your own internal party issues but you don't bring it to the rest of the citizens ye adwin ye ho a we are ever ready as a political party, as a campaign, to receive anybody that believes in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And the GD said, "Uti di amranti Kenya clearly. Omu ni GD biya omu leader nim. Na omu ni GD omu leader mua emamu shene yama. Mufa mabano enfambre Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Na muntumano. Na enepa owono onfambra emebwa." And you may the Ekache Ghana Mranti and Maba across the country and say, let's say no to violence in politics. Let's say no to any form of violence in politics. So when they opening ye Adrian to abetiano. Me to abetia for my president Mahama because me njini so betu ya bo my way. Mo mani abre Mranti and Maba mo video yi mo mani abre say mo mpeno. Mpena me mfeja tutiano. Aututiana na ninu bitin in China, then you be afraid baby a day. Into all of you in the video and your families and all the people who disagree with Dr. Former President Mahama. Yes, Remo. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ready. Why crado? Our Bejimunina awa way to one to abamano. Na onfa the nim dear na dreams from Kono wono. And fa beboa Ghana mine. Ene. Answer na member the subject matter no so no. The be assemble kwaya meka ne say abeya ye kwakoto in the year 2024 December no. Eye communal labor. Nipa bebre na wo Ghana ha omode o ma ho de no makoma no bibia hye abana ye kwakoto ni mu. Me ne wo kase ya meme ye next chapter show yi. Ye me nko awo. Millions of Ghanaians na wo across the country a almost all can Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho nsempa no. E che Ghana for de ntia ye nto abanti adwo Mahama ne nto abama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. There was a clear reason why a kwembia so say nyine kan ho bom na to abetia former president Mahama. Ni make sure that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be win elections here because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wa adwen foforo adwen sonko no so de ne de ba beboa omayi. Na ye be say esa say ye be hye nkran say emfa ho bebia wo. Udi a wo betumi aye no. Say wo yakwala, say wo ye pani, say wo ya brantie, bebia wo bia no. But modern say obeka Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho nsempa no a kire wonua enkankan me nuanom Gen Zs no like I keep saying Gen Zs ne de NDC for your madwen say embra na former president Mahama wa abemu aso mampeni no na Gen Zs ne bebre wedi 8 years 7 years 9 years inti ne nsemmoni obedi tia o my way no NDC for say nsemmoni no obedi ye no na yesusa inti ye nkai inti de oya ne se onam onka hwe oni message bia na ototo niama ho anyampen no say bibia say de be ya wo begie no so ayden ato abama no na se mo kanyina ne se we mantu be mo ntoma me but ye be kai ye ho ne ya boaboa ye ho ano ne ya make sure say na wedi 8 years say na wedi 9 years say na wedi 10 years say na wedi 11 years no e se hu ekwan ya ofa so de o my way ekwa ya kaya ka de mu na uji no so to abetia no na nipa bebre na no mo send videos omo kire ekoy omo so omo fa so a omo boa mo me yen hwe videos mienu wei na fa hye wo nkran se onso bebia wo bia no onso be ye wo de kakra na wo de aboa campaign no mo me hwe videos we ni enkombra.
Good evening, guys. I want to tell the NDC people that I'm not the one who created myself, and I can't create myself. God who created me. Yes, it's God who created me. My family loves me. Yes, my family loves me, and I'm unique in my own way. They've never thrown me away. They've never rejected me. And the reason I'm voting for MPP is that I've benefited from the free SHS. My younger sister has benefited from the free SHS. Some of my friends too have benefited from the free SHS. And I appreciate everything the government has done. So you can't tell me that the government has not done anything. Yes, he has done well and he has done his part. Na gaya muku kamani na son kan da nike. Na ji dadi kan da nike. Ban bari wani a true spirit na away. I'll never allow someone to pull my spirit away. Me ma obia and pulling my spirit. Ekwechi me domi honse na meti. Enti ende etina me tuama Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia mupeo ye break the 8. It's possible. Inshallah. On the 7th December, we are voting for MPP. Whether you like it or not, your insults will never change me. Your insults will never change my mind for voting for MPP. Whether I will climb a tree. It's why I could maybe to be my back to happen. Did you have a guy now? One woman cool. Also, what should I was saying? Or be fed member, or when it's a cocoa, or very small. When Fabian. I found I didn't Ghana, a bit of way, Quincy. What's in that? A good for Abner. Oh, baby. Company our DNTs. What was I? Mr. Me for platform. One way would be. It's one by the one I won't allow. No one wait. Matches factory. That time 69. I'm what? 43 working day. Question machines in it to work. About no big good. So what's the one year you may sack one? Not for Ghana, fear let me shoot for 1 hour. Debbie, no good. Company say we Ghana hey na. Me say NDC fu no good ni nara. Me 79 me wo me ni nara. Nti I wo kan wo ho ya me sero say. Nti mama mo bia and that do biara na we ni adwuma ni wa no afa adwuma ba. Ona ma ba say no no afa bia nhye. Na ya prince ya prima ya mo mba.
Se woni obi nya adwen a ben di natam ye nyina as citizens of this country no obi a wo vote baako enti muma ye nyina ye campaign ye kwakoye indecency wo bebia ogina kade enti entoma wo nipa ana wo pani nama ofoforo so kwan so no so beto ma ne pani NDC for suban na o mafa na so obi ni omo nya adwen a omo di nipa na tem e de patapa ene atendie eye no ebo man na omompanifo ni bi na ahya se no mo yesa na mo chitafo no so eye yesremo ye de kotodwe e pam chew ye de ye wogidie wo ye man ni mu nti ye mpese o man ne besai nti mo de se ne yetie bia no mo na magya to mo se mo bete party na mo de mo hodom ka bi ma meke bi e ma mo nsei o man no e mayen wo hwe beautiful young lady odi kaka say ya atebdidi a omudi no ene efia omude tare ne ho simply because o say on to ma former president Mahama o ka say on to ma former president Mahama no so wan ka ne keke wa che die enti ono obeto na ba ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia o say ono de o ko free senior high school enti enu nti no behwe so ato ba ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia o say ni nua so ko free senior high school enu nti no be gina so ato ba ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia o gidi say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be tumi abona ne da chai den akoso ade na wudi natem wo also won't toma or obetoma former President Mahama for Pudon, obetoma former President Mahama for Nkukobon Kete. Also choice no. Dia ye wahane say ye bet church with the entia and says to Abama Nkukombo Kete because into be more dache. Ye bet church with the entia and say to Abama Mahama former President because free SHS was so 2 billion on fan shim. Ye bet church with the entia won't to Abama former President Mahama because on in a buying almost tonga na Japadi, almost tonga na factories, almost tonga na sase Eddie. Ye bet church now we did also enya adwin such an to Abama MPP and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Ye die ne say ye no obedi nkomo na ye no wadi kasa ne ya cheche oniema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so ya oba beye. Adna munsua enu bi. Na mo die ne de atemidie nko a. Ubi say this ni say mo say mo de 24 bibi ase ne say ya the first no be kan so obedi watem. Mo policy amodi abane ye kasa mo cheche mo na mo di atem. And this young lady, very pretty, beautiful young lady, also expressing a natural right as a citizen of this country. Freedom of speech na ye kana wo bi na enunti ema won so participate in our democracy no. I don't know the holding atem. But I'm very proud of this young lady. I'm a born abaso. Shining cry encouraging no baby owo bia. She's a shining example for millions of young Ghanaians across the country. Say we are protecting our future, and that this election here to December, it is an election between Yadachi and the Echemuno, and the young people of this country have chosen the future over the past. And this young lady is standing firm with all braveness to say, forget all the insults and atemdidi amobedi mene nkasa entwi amobedi kafa me hunyina no me mfa ho mokosro eba fema meto aba ama medachi meto aba ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mami yo akasa yi ne kasa ne bebre na ekoma me nuanom Gen Z no oma abakosem from the 60s and the 70s e kan ya bepemene e che de enti ono onto na ba ma former President Mahama owo ni nyina so ne so sisi akuo no omo ya yakayaka de omo paniema basabasa omo sai oman wa kire kwan ofa so na oye adwuma e wo company bi aban ne gu no wa kire kwan na ofa so na oye adwuma wo mbia bi a NDC aban ese no o se eni to no onto na ba ma NDC ni nyina so no wo nyina so pa wo so beto ma dwoma ma ene de wo ni bi wo de ansa wo so ye NDC ni nyina so pa ene den se nei ye bisa sa de ntipa na papa ono pani ono aba be di o mampani mpan a wontumi an ye o mani ye bo no o san aba se santo obama na e de mpanti na obegina so ato obama na uni bi nam no so onam na o campaign kasa ni nyina no ontumi nkane ma potin ya o de beba e be solve ye issues aye wo mfa bi mbaye ne de na ne kasantwi no de atamdidi akakra fam na ne chita fon so aye den afa no mato so e bo man e sei man mo meyen fa kasa ene nkomodie ene adwen a eburo obi die so na yefa ye democracy no emegidi say ebeboaye millions of you out there campaigning for and on behalf of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Ghana for do amu afa ne nyina amokasa ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye hye mu kran ye bom abaso obi anso ne nua ba akomu na yefa no ko police station ye nkoto aba no ema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na mo kai Thomas Amoni abrantie bi na okahye echechechechechecheche ekura bi ase ewo Upper West akem adeso na we wie school a onhu ekwan obefa so na bra ba obefa so na onanti tens of kilometers and so otumi akọ school empo ne ma me bie na no ka say senka school na nkan ye free a nkan ne ba Thomas Amoni wontumi anko school mo kai sa abrantie no abrantie na aban ehu ne mobo ehu say so wan hwa mbo na oye talented onya all A's ne exams no twa no onya A from esro copy mafema na empo onya all A's no waka hye room no mo kai sa abrantie no aban na nado danko ekufo do Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aban e man scholarship ekwa broche man ko sua ade no yene na di nkomo wa hada sa abrantie no ene owie school wa graduate na guess what onya first class oni wiasia fanefo nyina na tena classroom sua ade okọ na nado danko ekufo do free SHS na mampende da John Dramani Mahama say nkola no mabon na results na omunya no ye based on wia omuni teacher for ka ebomu ewia da ye ka che ne senya no kre nkola no de omaho oden ni omani eden ni omu teacher for ade che pa omde mom no e de nya sa results no sa free SHS student na onya all A's na former president Mahama say owia ye no okọ abroche memu London no onya first class bibie ni we bro first class ni abodin a e wotro pa ene Thomas Amoni ate ne ho anim ate ne maame anim ate Ghana fo anim mama hwe Thomas Amani sima ne yenkomra
mame ye mo ha o
eja o
ye fe me odame jare ko ambassador ye nyane ntie se abrantie bi ye bi se mu asifia na ote ye fe no Amani Thomas ye nyane ntie se watro wasi awie amonya 88 wa pass pa na ye hwe no o betumi ahwe no mame
mpacha betumi ahwe mame ba no so kwafu
oba
pacha ai
oba otoso ahe
mpacha otoso mienu
na no kwese wasi no wa pass pa
pacha wa pass pa na media no kureni ya na man static kg eno achi o sate middle school wa ha obi teacher for adawroma esua be teacher for middle school teacher for ene primary teacher for ma adawroma na bo ame na mbale timi ko SS no kwa akono kwa no twa fom as a minister man be ko school nti
na no nanti free esu abahana na okọ SS no
onante
okọ SS ben
adesu SS
okay eti no nanti free esu aba ekọ adesu which is 6 kilometers
empacha ai o twa fom nsu to kura no nam so ewi agba no nam so as a minister bi am nti am ka jansen ko nya school no kura no so nyai nsu no so bako nti am teacher for wesu abaha ebo mu bu ame no mu so akwale ni mama na akwala de ko school no ndi se me ya ka me ko anka mba ne die nyini se nka SS nko betumi akọ
mame Jesu
nyame obo soro
oba Thomas ni ana
onu no aba
Thomas etisen
bache
no kwese wa pass wasi no
bache
unya ahe
bache minya 8 A's
na ye course ben
bache me general
was school ben
bache adisek adesu senior high school
Adesu senior high school
bache
and at me try 8 A's that person kwan fa
bache me akopesa me collect
University of Ghana
bache
na akoye den
economics
person akoye economics
bache
now ye course ben secondary school
general but not me combinations na elective maths geography economics and government
eti English unya 1
bache
social studies 1
bache
and then inter science
1
bobo mame
social studies A1 inter science A1 English language A1 core mathematics A1 elective mathematics A1 geography A1 government A1 and economics A1.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Obre no enye obre hu. Nyame be manesa so ama oboafo bi abeboa. What it? Sisi ana obi person oboa wa, how does the person come to help?
Sisi ana de obi akoma na opese oboa me a. Me de number no ebetuja na wa opese oboa na sika bi a wada horoma o de asend ya afa so. Aman. Nti number no ye 0546 284604. Mr. repeat bill 0546 284604.
Okay. Na nti ye betimi asan fresh number na ye pese ye hwe achi kwan a then ya frɛ na afi ya timi abehwe wachi kwan na emwa bi ana scholarship bi kura na ye de amount.
Hi, Thomas Amani. I'm a graduate of the Presbyterian Senior High School in Adesu and a beneficiary of the Free Senior High School policy. I'm currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in Economics and Business Finance at Aboagye University in the United Kingdom. And I would like to say thank you to the President of the Republic of Ghana and the Registrar of Scholarship for giving me this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, as far as I'm concerned, to study abroad. Thank you.
I would describe it as a transformative educational equalizer in the sense that it has made secondary education more accessible than ever, and not only has that been the case, but it also has provided materials for students, that to help them in their studies. So I think that is it has been a life-changing opportunity for many students and students like myself who really had no hopes of affording secondary education. So yeah, I would describe it, like I said, a transformative, game changer.
Nyamina shiraye, na shiwo. Me say what you mamia, me say me chema o.
Nyankopon ene da na se. Ose ono ne nchechire mu ana yeka se onbo ne tofa na adwen owofa free SHS ho a. Ose a transformative education equalizer. Transformative education equalizer. Enhyehyeye a aban dia ba esakra niamu mu prekope ema homesua ho ensem eye pepepe ema Ghana ni bia. Transformative education equalizer. Enam eno sunti nene ama ono ano hye suaba adeso echire baby a na wakatene fie even after blowing the exams no ene wotumi akoye degree economics and finance we wia okoye nso no enye wakodi echire o. In fact, this gentleman, if you tell me school anymore, abroche member no, every term be on better exams we are on a topic class no. What topic class na the real school? Emo onya first class. First class in economics and finance. Abodin kesi bia Thomas Amoni nyamishrawo. Nyankopon de o kwan bebre ofa so a ode ehia ne mba. Nyankopon onyiyimu na ompemu. Nyankopon embre so na so kase ode ne nsa ebeto so a ohwese wo ye kese ana tenti ana ketwa anase wo mu odru anase wo ye tietia se Nyankopon se obehira wa ofa niam bebre so eno de hira wo Nyankopon embre enemre pa wo hira wo wangu nanim ase wo de ahoden na koma panso esua de abon homode menne abodin kese yi aba amene onyam hwe kese aba ma wo emebi so aka Ghana ene wo na internet so bebia obia ebo odin nyamishra wo se wati enim na wati your mind enim na wa manim guase ambeka aban a ode hihye papa yi aba na megidi se enam we sunti ebe hye Ghana fo mrantie ne mmaba ne nkola bebre omo so omo school mu ebe hye omo nkraye omo so mehu se emfa ho bebia wo emfa ho bebia wo free emfa ho tokura wo hyem na nado dan kwaku for the MPP Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia at the senior high school free senior high school hye na ba se ne be ya Ghana bebia wo bia no obetumi akọ school na won so ama ho kwan na woni suade hu a woda ache no etumi abem se ya na do free senior high school a anka wantumi anko school nimpo enwie ama wa benya sa akonya kese anko abrochire enya na do danko akufo do free senior high school a anka millions of Ghana phone caller na ebe katene fie otenkran otikumase otetema nti wadwemu no free SHS anya de bia. But there are millions of Ghanaians across this country free SHS and they are more dachi etumi akonenim. A free senior high school pe enene ama ohieni ba eni osikeni ba etumi tina dai ba kumu esua de. A free senior high school pe enene ama ohieni ba etumi de ahomaso ene ahoden soko etina class a onsuro say beza an accountant eba be pamu school fees. Free senior high school pe ene ma akola bi tumi fi bimbila ebe senko Wesley Girls e wo Cape Coast. Free senior high school pe ina ma kwala bi a ohye amanhia echire ho baby etumi free ho eba presec legon no ne Ghana ni bi ofi Ghana frede nyina etumi nya baby etena na sa noma we asese ye ne ye bo ho ban tina ema menua same oku asem oka no ema emu odruma me pan se wo beye bibia wo beka bibia ne mum hwe ene pa abenya ye ne gina so na fatu abamaye niema bebre ne aye badodo na nso na aka ye ntumi yeye se wo kasa wudi di aka ye ntumi yeye nko achi a di ayaye ni nyina besei ye to abama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na ombo di ayaye no ho ban na oni ye nkambom na di aka ye ntumi yeye no so no ontumi mbo ayaye den enye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aba no sami okuse ye mfa ncheche Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wambeti akoma nti naba no ye mfa ncheche ye somu ni engina ye na so prekope na ye nto aba emano Thomas uchinkwa Ghana fo bebre enyen kranhye ewo wa achievement na wa achieve nim ebusuafo beye na wotwe baako na wotwe mienu yanko the business of the day ensem bi nenam niam bi nenam ena book bi ena japade ena yese nanado danko ekufuado ene nebusu atro book bi ena omo implement book no ena book ni mu niam nko na omo yusu niam bebre wenye new about 200 na so aka 4 months ekoto aba NDC for strategy no tactics omu use e fit and one omu use omu sua he omu sese mu ba ku let me put it on record and put it on record here. There is no such booker MPP ni bia tro be bia ye friend AGYAPADEE a NDC for creation, and that's not the first time President Kufuor Abreso Kromu yebi omu friend on the Great Ashanti Project. And also the same thing. Samu bebrebe kaya. That was the time NDC for catch Ghana for you. I said President Kufuor be your mampenia. Obey capital ne fin cry. Not their kukumase. Na na don't so ba omo the same thing. Omo so obey capital fin cry. Not their coachebi. In fact, omo kaya say President Kufuor. Why not just obefa epono e fin cry. E their kwa Ashanti region. They did it. They said it. The same NDC people. Na e kamia koye say afi bia ye betwa bebia no. E say NDC for fa intro mienu miensa bi no mo denante. No mo hopi se Ghana for be so no ma to aba momo say ye beka say NDC nipa ye campaign or ka policy enyina so ye fa to aba mo nye bida omo de ye mienu ye be di atem ne ya threaten wo ne the violence aye elections no de to so mienu no ene say ye be twa to opponent no so ne ya chechire aso no ne ya bompa ye say nipa na okoto aba ne be je ntro ne sum no ma to aba etia no enye ne in the 90s they go into the year 2000 elections. NDC for say Kufuor will sack Zongo people from Ghana. Ye kwa elections no. Omo nante Ghana ha nyina ye banners. E de bobo posters bobo Zongos. E ka che Zongo for nyina say samo to Obama Kufuor ne MPP for me pam Zongo for nyina free Ghana. Na omo mpom asem. Omo say Kufuor will change the capital to Kumasi. Omo ka che Ghana for say Kufuor say ye to Obama no be your mampani a on the party MPP for your madwen say ye be yi capital ne fin kan na Kufuor dey akọ Kumasi because I asantini. NDC they did that when we were trying to come to office with President Kufuor as a flag bearer. Omo say Kufuor will carry the sea from the coast to Ashanti region. Omo catch Ghana for nyina say President Kufuor munim na samo to Obama na on the MPP man yoko na your madwen so be fa epo no e fin kan na omo dey akọ Kumasi. This was the NDC in the early 2000s. And say never called the year 2000 elections. We no mukuki omo no aye e the two MPP so. 2004 omo ka che Ghana for nyina say President Kufuor any broni bi akwakowo. Broni ne fa ne Gizayazi na wa wontafo Paul and Peter. E transfer to papa so e ka che Ghana for nyina say e na ye dwamanfo e no ye say say be on be gu ne ho fi. Na ya to abetia no. Se ne e na Gizayazi ne ntafo Paul and Peter beba yenim. But in the year 2004 elections, no, NDC for no one trouble to President Kufuor so. Hotel Wawa, almost say President Kufuor your mind seeker, with your mind seeker, you know, they are called hotel, African Region Hotel. Emma, Edu baby, omo young demonstration, eka won bebre, simply because they say they intro a swano near to a betiano, NDC strategy. Going into election 2008, the Great Ashanti Project. Bank of Ghana missing gold reserve propaganda by and the General Secretary of the NDC. Ye caught into 2008 elections. No wokuobi. Ne friend say setting the record straight to Sebibisa. Now, do you say wukuada biya ba press conference we try trouble kwa na mienu. Okanya kaye etro woni newspaper mu say President Kufuor ne naban ewia Ghana ye go the World Bank of Ghana nyina e de kwa bruchiri. He said that and published that in his newspaper. Fifi Kwete, General Secretary of the NDC. Owie no, and on the party for I printed documents bi. Now him, almost printed the bill book kromu nyina say a bank statement of MPP mpanimfo omakonya ewo Prudential Bank, NIB Bank, GCB Bank, ADB Bank. No more printing MPP form mpanimfo bebre paper bi, no more printing, no more yanite say your original bi, no more the near maybe a stamp so no unam krom no more cheche. Mosha Kufuor ne mpanimfo mo ya kronfo, omo bank statement a leaking ye krei, omo we are 2 billion, we are 5 billion, we are 6 billion. Keka ni nyina, no mo ko printed documents bi beto abonte se hwe evidence e kire say mosha document en krata e kire say MPP President Kufuor na ban ewia Bank of Ghana gold nyina de kwa broteni no mo share documents across the country. In the same year 2008 almost say Ghana MPP aban President Kufuor ban aton Ghana and crime lands nyina mamoho. When as a matter of fact, let me put it on record here today and now, no political party party bi anyone na ban penifo aton aban AGYAPADEE ensase ne aban fini adwuma ese NDC. No political party. NDC penim biya from the top to the bottom. Obiya etobi. Omo ton te say chupa chops. Omo ton factories to say chupa chops. Omo ton sase te say kelewele any tomatoes. In fact, NDC pe any aman yoku a omo to be call parliament. E ka kire MPs ne say mon chekire mra mayen. Na sa mra no the person ya dem brand ya ne say ye de beton oman AGYAPADEE oman factories ni oman nsase omo ton oman we nsase ni AGYAPADEE if any say factories nyina enso omo bo modin to be cookie document bi eye nhoma bi ye nkrata bi stamp ye e de nante Ghana he nyina atwantroto na na dodan kwaku fado ne president kofo aban so in the year 2008 say mo hwe omo wia omo tonton nkranfo nsase nyina omo tonton Ghana nyema nyina biwa they were the actual corporate. Ebiyam omo say na na dodan kwaku fado ye pamono efi Oxford omo say ye pamono from Oxford University Emma to the extent that also university at Troy ye cry ebe catcher NDC for say enya no kre. They say NDC you omo kan to Ghana for trim in fact omo printed document e say sacking letter efi Oxford omo ye fake sacking letter efi Oxford e say ye pamon na dadon kwaku for the free Oxford Emma omo cheche free Ghana efa Ghana he nyina. It took the Oxford University to write and say say asem na omo ka no enya no kre. In some brain, omuka for another dan kwaku fa ho in the year 2008. Or ye weed smoker, or ye cocaine dealer, or pema, why yes in fact, omuka yaka say ono ane yire kura no, onu ne ku no. NDC4. That is how wicked they can be. Omu bi omanu, ehwe papa nanim ka say, ne yire ne hokafo a odono. A ono ne wo ma, a ono ne te no. NDC4 the year campaign, e twanto to do say ono na that dan kwaku fa do. The NDC. In the year 2012-2016, almost say, Samotu Abama Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Obeyi capital town, no, Efri, Nanado Danko Kufadua, Moto Banman and Danko Kufadua, Obeyi capital, no, Effing Kai, Edia Kochebi. Na Obama or Chehine, I am the most powerful king in this country. And also, Omo Yahoo document, a Yahoo Krata Troye. Echeche fa Ghana ha nyina na sambre no ne social media 2000 2004 2008 2012 2016 na social media no entintim yet say entintim ene no nka niema ye bette wo yasum sambre no but they did it. They pasted posters of all these things across the country and lied to the people of Ghana and say this is the evidence, these are the documents, these are facts. This is evidence that Nanado Danko Kufado President Kufo Omo Ashanti Great Ashanti Project Ombe yi capital efinkra akochebi Ombe yi say eye ni nyina for my way mu simply because non person Ghana for eto abamomo. That's what they wanted to do. In the year 2024, the same MPP, the same NDC in the contest, NDC for society. Omo did the same strategy aba. This time, Omo kofa book bia Omo akoshe demu akeka stories, news items. Omo keka boom inti asamne ba no fa no da ka ho. Omo keka ni nyina boom no mo de to abonten say eye book bia na na de dan kwaku for de na busu akoshe de mu no ma twero no na mo hwe no mo implement e wo Ghana ha. Complete fabrications, complete lies. How can we be so wicked as a people? Edi enko to me keke. Na wo petumi a who opportunity, we live in a democratic country. Who opportunity say obe chere Ghana ni no kwakoto aba no de enti oto aba ma ade na won kan no. Why do you fabricate stories? Your entire career mo party ne ba ye nyina mo party no consistently every single elections. This is the historical fact. Must come up with one or two lies to destroy your opponent. Why? And then Northtown MP, Honorable Samuel Okudjeta Blakwa aye no say ne propaganda ken. No kre no adane no. No account no the brofo bebre bia fefa ho no ebiam. Enti sa wo kind na de ana wo tie so okasa na wan to ogbo entie ne yi a wo bedwe se odo kan no kre anti sa wo beto ogbo ase no wo hwehwe no say or the G votes. The same strategy. 90s 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2024, NDC. ensesa yen no creba componim complete fabrication book no mfre Agyapadeɛ no NDC 4 net na se na nya booka wo ko mo se na de wo book mu bia no omo implement it. What the NDC has basically done is that omo niama na omo kikafa MPP ne na Nana Kwaku Ado ho before 2016 elections no ye ba power in the year 2017 pe na omo ka sa niama ni nyina abo mu omo ka sa niama nyina abo mu na omo tro ne book and I'll prove to you say they actually wrote a book in the year 2017, changed that book in the year 2020 by simply putting together all the stories and news and incidences between 2017 and 2020, and they named it as an Agyapadeɛ document. Into what do you uncoswa? What kind of book now? Who feel say a book I tried that niama woman ebem is a complete fabrication. A niama ya reporting in news in comfort articles or matro stories and comfort on market kaboom no more that book in the year 2020. But you see, Sadiamo way air koswa. Some of us are not surprised, and this goes to my Gen Z friends. This is the NDC party. This is who they are. It's we are Gen Z. Maybe I will about one name party no maka sembia two team to ujidia. So pick your phone, Google about the NDC party, and you see who they truly are before you make a decision and you make a choice. Omomam penino dio manim nanka se bien anwa kase. About wombre ebeswa. And chokakra omu the film ni adie. Moment have video di okaye. Listen to what the former president himself said about lies during elections.
MRP, you know, say it drew election time. Na amanyo kubia pray. Nti ne obeke bia ama nipa akoma dane ama eno na obeka. Nti entra now they film. No cry now they film. Ya the frefra. No cry no ho yenka na ya the intro film.
Nti dia obeka bia ma nipa adwen adane ama ono eno na obeka nti entra na dia film no cry na dia film. This is a former president of our nation. This is supposed to be our role model. This is supposed to be the leader of this nation. This is supposed to be the statesman of this country. Telling the young people of this country, say, I'm not one brain aso. Ye koto aba. Enti dia wo beye bia na wasesa nipa dwen no. Wo beye entra na wo di film. Enye miracles and I make catcho. Enye Dr. Mahmoud ba me na asoma me se me fa ma no be catcho. Wa hwe video no. Wan kasa wo de waso ate de okaye. Na wa wo de wani hu no e wo video dum. How can we leave the destiny and the future of our country in the hand of such a person? A man that is seeking to lead this country, a man that is seeking to be president, it will be bien anoka say, amatwo bre aso. Dia wobeye bia wo de besesa nipa adwen no, wobeye entra now the film, no cry now the film. How can we put our destiny in the hands of such a man? And this is they executing what the former president is talking about. The omanpeni dada jomama eka no and no pepe na efi the 90s ebepem 2024 NDC4 no. We lied for power, says Fonka. The Ashanti Regional Chairman of Friends of Nana Kunedu Ajimai Rollins has stated that the ruling National Democratic Congress lied for power. Rashid Abu Al-Hassan said all the things the NDC propagated against the SY Kufuor regime in the run-up to the 2008 elections were lies. All the things our leaders said about former President Kufuor's government were lies that were thrown with a view to causing public disaffection for the then government in order to make us win the elections, Abu Al-Hassan emphasized. Or say, and somewhere yem penny for any ye party no, ye kafa penny John Kufuor nyina na ye ntro no kreba kokrampo endim ye kanesa akwa enyo no pe na wakasa asem no momentie dia fifi kwete otwa ntro for mampeni Kufuor ne MPP aban in the year 2008 elections. Ghana for Gina sound tro no so because it's the documents by omo printing documents so na mo printing Agyapadeɛ book here you omo printing for Ghana he nyina anti we ye Ghana ni na hu book document bank statement e chere say omampeni Kufuor ne na ban wi Ghana gold nyina akwa aburuchire and omo bank statement o wi Ghana scan nyina wo beje di nti no kre Ghana for bebreji di e ye to abama NDC aban ye to man wi na onya appointment omo ye the deputy finance minister and a parliament minister tanya bia in some now waka fa omampeni Kufuor ho no wa ba bem wahu wanya nyina so wakɔhwɛ gold no ɛwɔ hɔ anase eni hɔ mo me ntie dia fifi kwetika
defense. Since then, have you had any evidence that indeed the MPP administration has sold the gold reserves?
Mr. Chairman, in all fairness, I mean, it was not long after that when it was obvious that story was not true. And I was one of those people who clearly spoke to it because there was no basis at all to the story.
Did you use the same medium to publish that what you put out there boldly was incorrect?
Did I use the same medium to say so?
Yes.
I used even a greater medium, which was my voice, which traveled much further than even the paper traveled.
The chairman, this is laughable. This indeed.
This is the General Secretary of the NDC. Or that's all. On call baby, what is the quite then pipe boy say the new lie omo cookie e dey ahye book mo omo fe de japade book no omo twa omo chechire ato wona omo de asoaye no then pipe boy nyina say bebem na se nyama mboa na se bem na se ye gire no so to abama NDC a your car in 2009 after Owini power no sa na obeka che Ghana for say book no de na yenim ye na ekeka boom na ye de soa omo. This is the NDC for you, and that's why we are saying that we shouldn't allow them to hoodwink us like they did in the past. Remember, your mom quite no one dada it is no more dada and nano na akano. Mukai say me catch them say long before the Nadu Danko for the bar bemu as far back as 2008 and the NDC for sure say omo can some omo try so omo bema achim for na sante for ntemu ntokwa bia bemu ntomo hyase say na Nadu Danko for the samoto obama na obeti asanteman ho den so obeti asanteman tumi so obama asanteman ho de yakose na asanteman na obecheche asanteman sha ase se omo preji omo ho eko agina ho aboa emaga na manyina tumi aboa ye ho akabom no eyene na Nadu Danko Akufo-Addo se wo ogidie se na Nadu Danko Akufo-Addo betumi ate asanteman ho den so a na me nim oman ya wo free enti ye ba bemu in the year 2017 pe and then this is for Ekofa the first book sa book no omo to the Achim Mafia Plan. This is the book, the Achim Mafia Plan, the way forward after Nana Akufo-Addo. The first person who posted document way NDC Nibutrust and Kwaku Yenchi posted on 14 January 2017. This was 7 days after Nana Akufo-Addo has been sworn in as president. The way forward after Nana Akufo-Addo is sworn in as president. And then unim omo tro book no essence no medi kan akato Ghana for nyina etim say no Nadu de oni achemfo ba o mechechire oman na fa no mama oman no etese Ghana no ko meyi capital efin kan e de akoche bi o mema asanteman ho de so aba fam omo keka sa na mani nyina nti omo kanema no omo kan during sa campaign period nyina abomu de share book mu no omo de share homem right after Nadu came to power. This is what they did. Okay, book na bedu baby omo say as for Alan Chemantin, his popularity once more has surged up with both within the party and the country. In all honesty, he has made so much gains for Nanado and our 2016 campaign so we must be careful dealing with him. In spite of the good works by Alan, he remains the #1 threat with the potential to stand in the way of Kenuforiata becoming president after Nanado. NDC for etro book no sabe esane se ni swade hu ni swa na adwen no anye emburo bia adwen tunti no omo ye mistakes nkete bi wade no omo tro ye nim ye be pa hu entoma a kire mo. In this book 2017 version of the book no NDC for tro wo mu say omo ma ne ye te say Nanado eni nebusu aye omo adwen say Nanado fi aban mu a Kenuforiata na ba bedi Nanado ade enti according to the NDC this was supposed to be a planner. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo nebusu for a follow. Enti Kenuforiata eba beji Nanado ade na mom omo de omo adwi mu no omo se nipa obetumi ya ha Kenuforiata kakra na ye Alan Chemantin. That is what they put in the book. Enti say wotifie na say what kind book bi say ya. Of course. Quickly, why have a book ready? because no mo si ahyehyɛ book ni ade no obɛgye ni nyina adie follow mame ka asɛm nkyerɛ omo 4 versions. They have done 4 versions of this book. Now what kind second version no, now kind third version no, now kind fourth version now. We say there is no connection between the 4 versions and this 2017 version. It because 2017 the year in some of them during campaign time. If I another who am kikabo muninti. Omo twenya ye 2020 no. No mo year a second version. In the second version, what they did was that Niama SCC dada between 2017 yeba bemu no bepem 2020 no mo kani nyina abo munti omo fast story we are online story reshuffle another beye oye wie ya no mo afa say o movie we fi ministry we ko we are na story ne ba no mafa omo kani nyina abo mu no mo de share the second version, the 2020 version of the book. Sambre ni mwa ena minerals income fund, minerals investment income investment fund project na ban pese oye in ensuring say ye betumi enya ye sika ye goodie hu sika no bebre ne yetumi de akyeche oman no ejapa project na ba be ye no sambre ni mwa na ejapa project ne ba ye nti omuhu say now this ejapa project has come and hu say ma ye bebre pe ina omo sesa book ni di from the Achem Mafia plan to the AGYAPADEE. And see, clearly, there was a 2017 book that was completely different. That book was a compilation of entronic propaganda. Omo kafa na nado dan kweku fado ho. Eno mo twen ya ye do 2020 no. Ina niema esisi dada no. Omo kan ni nyina bo mu into a book. And I'm afraid book no AGYAPADEE, and the reason why they call it AGYAPADEE was because Tamanasa AGYAPA project in a basono propaganda mo de film no say na na dan kweku fado ene na busia for air faga na gold nyina akọ. And asa AGYAPA project be a very popular term in Ghana. Somebody the title of the book. This book na 37 pages. The very first one omo in 2020 no. Enti if you work on bibia ba no mo de akohyem. Bibia ba no mo enti asem ni sie na anase nkomodie ni start say ekoswa no mo kan stories na no ma ko revise no da share book nim na you see esa ne say wedi kan hu book no ba ko bi epenti so wu sa screenshot na o ma seke ho na say hey enti we so book nim enti na beti dey bi mu ka say oh na book no say yen trump a say de wo mu bia no esisi eye no kre the fact of the matter ne say open ne kofa any of the books na kan wo be mu say content ni be 37 nim no any 38 pages nim third version about current one no the 39 pages asem ni see ya no ma update no ma put it no out but esa ne say one kind book ni nyina completely nti wunya hu person oh say dey we nti na we so wo book nim without really comparing. And I can tell you if you compare all the 3 books 1 2 3 4 versions of the book you realize that are completely different. Ebusiafo na sebi madaroma say yadwen nye adwuma kra say yadwen nye adwuma kra yembisa ye ho say na na don kweku fode na ebusiafo tenaze say ye be fa Ghana minus ye be ton afa na omo tro book no na book no omo call printing press e ka che printer say ya tro book e de ba be che Ghana afa enti yesrew print book ni mayen ne yan kwaton book no because me kan minua madam for pa Eugene say to or a journalist ewo Kumase or say I first came across this book in 2017 on KNUST campus. It was a hard copy document. That is the AGYAPADEE book or document. Is it real or fake? It was said to say or no in the year 2017 you know nya hard copy of sa book we na nye bia Mr. Mu. Enti nipa na mo say omatumi atena se atro book ema book no mo kra mi say book no nsem nyina esisi no enti sa nipa we enhu nyansa ema mo print book no or the printing press cover page bibia ekoton ye. I mean, how do you even expect a 9-year-old to even believe this? 9-year-old me ba 9-year-old crowd will say them be like na where you dey. But of course NDC for a pia asha because omo dane nsem no into what one hour shall be said omo ka no eye no kre. This page sa page we sa wokofa first edition we ya we say this part of this document where it talks about EcoBank and Osafoma Afoba and Senate no, you realize that this document is not in this first document anymore. And what happened was that immediately Omampeni Kufu the year and such a kakra it was Senate pepe and omukwa update document no and almost share that document no. And esan say we paying inti. So who say oma share bibi say no more update no more share that document here what doing and koso. But the fact of the matter is that so who sa first document we ukoshe now bia we say sa paragraph we on Senate no it is not in this first document. It's any bia mpamocho na na dan ko kufa na ebusu afotro book no first version omo ye no mo ko print ye no mo ko tonton ye ana eliki ye okay omo ko tonton ye dia ene ebisa obaba 9 years kwa na church ni mu say asem we ono ka che na obaje dia na so man ko tonton so na eliki ye dia enti mpam cho first one liki ye second one liki ye third one liki ye how eba ne say ena EcoBank Senate asem no any first version nim eba ne say ena Senate asem no any second version nim. The second version it doesn't have this insurance page wey nyina any first and second version nim eba ne say ena insurance page ni na enim enu ti make catch say the NDC for ye nyina ne say asem ni sia na say omo say asem na sipe no ma fa no ma da ko share omo update book no. And normally you realize that normally what happens is that in the morning we be nyana no no ma fa page back no ma de say omo second ho no mo circulate but esa say wo hu we painti what do kra enkoso. But I can tell you go and pick the 3 versions of this book you'd realize that there are a lot of things a what current version no ma no current version no ma no de Senate de ne be mu no ma de judges de Supreme Court judges de no e be mu. When you go and check you realize that they do not appear in the previous versions. That is how wicked the NDC can be. First version 2017 and I'm show no. Now I'm say mention say book no ye book and another dan kwaku for na busu afọ na troya. And 2017 version should be the one that we should see being implemented. How come 2017 someone mo troya no emu bia mem until 2020 there na ebe tro nsema SCC between 2018 and 2020. In summer SCC between 2018 and 2020 nkwa and a wo book nim 2017 the end bibia sa enim. That is why I tell you say assembly sia no ma for no dia shame no ma share. It is never true say whatever is in the AGYAPADEE book is being implemented. Rather it is what has already happened. And no for no dia share book nim no ma distribute. On for no dia share book nim no ma distribute. And that is why each of the versions are obekano you realize that some of the information no eni ebimu. That is the reason why it's happening that way. There are 4 versions of this book. And some part of the book right Obi article awakotro. Professor Kwekwaza article awatro. No trauma CD no. Omo fani nyina word for word. No mo share book nim. Na me some question. Na Ekufa de ba mu. No throw book 2017. And so otumi hu say Professor Zabetro article 2019 e ma ne fa Professor Za article no 2019 no e she 2017 book man. How does this even make sense? Opa kokan page 33 okan page 33 ya obemu say Professor Stephen Kwekwasare book na ne article no troye e was Center for Democratic Development so omo for the whole article omo nja ba akumpo omo for the whole article no omo de share book nim na book na dan kwaku for na busu afọ troye so o de be chechire oman no e ba ne sen e na sa book no etumi hu ade a Professor Kwekwaza etro so many years after March 13 2020 March 13th 2020 there wa he nyina mo kan nyina yi book ni mu page 33 there wa page 33 of the book ni nyina no eya ade a Professor Kweku Azane Troye to online March 13 2020 omo copy ni nyina na omo share book nim na na do throw book no March 13 2020 na book na NDC for say na na do implement no e ba ne say na the year 2020 article Professor Kweku Azane Troye no ni nyina e be find itself in the book, everything verbatim, word for word. Omo yi ba kukre free ho. Omo say the GATT Amalgamated Trust received 800 million from government to ensure that ADB Prudential Bank (NIB) were able to meet the minimum capital requirements set out by the Bank of Ghana. These banks are either governments when you know book them, and you be a banking sector cleanup. Book I will say a strategy. Obi ba abemu watchro. Or they running on minor. Supposedly a blueprint document or they running on minor. How did you get to know about 800 million specifically that was given to Amalgamated Bank? Almost decided way a share book. That is why when you go to the second version of the book, immediately a Bank of Ghana a release idea way on the 4th January 2019. Resources from GATT will be used to recapitalize the two state-owned banks to help drive and promote omofa ni nyina no mo ko share book nim page 33 no mo tambe share page 33 enu ni book also obi atro a strategy a we implement no. The person says the Ghana Amalgamated Trust received it's na no ba mu na no strategy but one trust strategy this we do 2020 no and try all trust. These are all stories are a year banking sector cleanup 2018 2019 stories a year in a 2020 omo share book and let me show you. This is the book cover page of the book. Please can you open the PDF file of the book for me? The cover page of the book has the date. Please open the PDF file of the book for me. The cover page of the book has the date of the year of the book, AD 2020. AD 2020. AD 2020. That is where you can find Sir a friend say book no. And then when you open this book, great. Okay. This is the date of the book. AD 2020. AD 2020. It means that it is established. Say this version of the book was written in 2020. This version of the book was written in 2020. How is anybody convinced that a strategy book was written at the end of somebody's tenure? How does it even make sense? How does it make sense? A strategy book that has articles of people. A strategy book that has news from online portals. How does this even make sense? But we are speaking about this today because your former president what in anwa beto adewemu fake and the party for ye and na support fake document, completely fake document. Now okay I say book ni dey e be fake and so niam wo mu ni nyina ne dey aban no implement it. What is true is that niam wo mu ni nyina niam SCC because ye banking sector cleanup. It is our book in 2020. Now the banking sector cleanup shiba. Because they see that. Because they see that. Ofa book na. In fact, in seminar affair na esino. Omofa normal update no dey shame. In took of a previous version of the book. Sa in seminar esi and no dey shame no. With the previous document. You see it only in the current document. In fact, some of them they almost share book ni nyina o. Eya no be book no. One page be no the red pen afa no ma share but esa say ya kan book no ye hu painti and no what 2020 say oh na say the book ni mu nyina no eno na ebe mu no. I can dare you go and pick the book and tell me one thing that is in the book NCA abem. Every single thing that happened between 2017 and 2020 is what is in the book. Adie bia NC wo book ni mu no. And say between 2017 and 2020 in here, so it hasn't happened. But the book is simply a compilation of things that have happened between 2017 and 2020 stories, Bank of Ghana stories. individual person stories or matro no more the abeshim niama akoso dada news portals are reporting no more copy no more the abeshim book. How are you telling anybody that this is a strategy document? How are you telling anybody? Say this is a strategy document. To the sense, someone to be cast, a friend is saying in the book, almost say, Nana Danko Kufado, and in the Russian allies, and you know, they are Russia for Bekebian or Baye. In fact, the evidence, even Nana Danko Kufado, a lot of the decisions that the UN has to do with Russia, Crampono, or to about differently. Ghana, yet to about in a different way. So, how do you even support any argument with that? Almost say, almost a picture be, and the picture is supposed to be Nana Sefo the first. Nobody has a book name. They say, almost almost say a chem for Beji or minor fa into almost far picture. No, two kind book now. Almost says our group picture way, a book name. And according to them, this group picture is supposed to be Nana Sefo Mr. Mo. February 1st, 1896, exiled Prempeh the First and his retinue arrived at Cape Coast. Nana Prempeh the First, and then the poundful in Fonini. And so NDC4 e de akwahye book mu say book ananado dan kwekufa de ne busu afo troye no omo nim omo hire e no omo nim asanteman hene. So mistake omo ye no so omo ye book no omo paper omo hu nti they couldn't find a picture of Nana Sefo the First. No omo kofa picture wo Google ye Nana Sefo Prempeh the First no omo di be hye mu na wo gidi say Nana dan kwekufa de ne busu e tro booka na so omo person omo de Nana Sefo ba book ni mu a Omba Kofada na say Prempeh picture, omba a mistake. Who did it? So omba a mistake. Because the NDC were cooking this and they didn't know, they didn't have a picture. Omo nim sa picture wenti. They put a wrong picture in place of Nana Sefo and they are telling us that we should believe it. A book that has Nana Sefo Prempeh the First as Nana Sefo is supposed to be a book written by Nana Sefo and his family. Assembly see no more kofa no more share Absa Bank yeah nidin Absa no ebe I think the name came around February 2020 inti abane say and a book Nana Danko Kufa na ebusu afo atworo a omo so bebu o mind Nana do ba mu 2017 Nana do tumi ka say Absa formerly Barclays. What it means is that Absa na enka no ye fe no Barclays so nidin sisa ko Absa in the year 2020. How is anybody being convinced that this is a strategy document? This is after Assembly series no mako update book no. Assembly see ya no mako update book no. Esi ya no mako update book no. Ebi won so omo de omo hwehwia eti miracles no. Em say jama wan hwa ye be no information minister, ye be no energy minister. Miracles na ni Mexico no. Wan hwa ye be no education minister, ye be no friend say petroleum minister. No mako update. We would in the year 2020 make Dennis Aboagye the energy minister so that he can nobody a share book him fa na fa and fa na say omo ye hwe. In fact in some of the versions grampo no omo yi free mu omo yi niam na bi omo ka den free mu. Barclays Bank Ghana now Absa Bank 2020 February. How do you tell me say booka ya tworo in some na woman nyina ye niema SCC dada no ma catalog the omo tro kye mu a enu nyansi in the past as ye tro book ni bia no ensi. Listen, omo tro book no second version somewhere in 2020. Na ade bia was that 2020 book ni bia ye BBC between 2017 and 2020. There is not a single incident a book ni ma SC between 2017 and 2020. There SC ebia in 2024-2023 no any book nim update on makwakwa so for first version now you will not see the current matter in that version. Every other thing they said never happened and nothing of such has actually happened. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo any gabi otreda ko ni MPP etro book ama MPP on best spell Kojo Oponkroma din say Kojo Oponkroma na akwala awoji subscribe to me spell Kojo Oponkroma din on your mistake. But you see, because we transfer, because we yanda identity, and we plenty, Kojo Oponkroma no, nidinu kwa we hutro. Mo say, is Kojo, or mo say, we make Kojo Oponkroma Minister for Communications Minister, and you be a Kojo Oponkroma Communication Minister. Adiana mo kase a perfect document bibia ekoso no anya Kojo Ponkroma communications minister because they see ya no makofa we don pechina me yi Kojo Ponkroma nko that ministry we want to say another version of the book aba no ma trouble foforo in the next government 2021-2024 government has already convinced Nana to move Kojo Ponkroma to the communications ministry to continue the clampdown on the opposition as well as not too friendly radio and television stations. He is already excited about this promise on 2 grounds. He will be deemed to remain one of the loyalists for the future. Secondly, that ministry has one of the richest, hence a conduit for him to increase his. Nyase bienim. Osha buafonu kra nye. Buafonu kra muricho book kenye de. Buafonu muricho book na ngasakra enye de. Ubaketwa or was free senior high school SHS1 kra no. O kan buafu e say I dream the deep buafonu ti no kra nti. E ma buafonu ye de. Kojo Ponkroma didn't say this no. Nanti MPP4 any friend is another Kwaku Fado betro friend is Kojo Ponkroma di no meti Kojo Ponkroma ni odaso e wo ban nim on ye communications minister or ye minister for works and housing or ye afuase ye before member of parliament ni di say ni spelling no Bank of Ghana report e bae Bank of Ghana release report no Bank of Ghana release ya no mo fire no mo de share book nim no mo share book no. How do you write a book in 2020 and compile stories and incidences between 2017 and 20? About the same outro book in 2020. Now compiling your ACC between 2017 and 20. Now the share book. Now for any time you be no update. Over 3 versions of the book I'm saying different. If you are a na a current version him, or previous version in him. It is sabi Madaroma. Nipa na mo so mo book no ma bin to mo tumi implement bibiano. Into mo nim nyansa. First one leak here. Second one leak here, third one leak here. Aba. 2017 dia na mutro ye no. Ba kumpo ni wa abem. It is only the 2021 am compile ya. Modern Crawford stories in online portal shame no. In a modern am say everything is being implemented. I dare anybody to bring me the book. Let us sit down, pick all the 3 versions and prove to me which of the things in the book are NNC is not there. Everything in that book is what has happened. And now when it happens, then they will update and share. That is why there are 3 versions of the book, apart from the 2017 one. Not a single thing in the 2017 version has happened. One impo, any 2017 in AC. 2020, they no more cast stories in the bomb. No more they are chill. What kind we are? I say, hey, where is here? But you see, you assume say a book near 2017 or much on 2020. And nunti in a banking sector cleanup. Because banking sector cleanup, and see 2016, number 2017 book. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Now, after the 2017 book, no, okay, almost say, Kanoforiata ne beji na another than Kwaku Fado adie. Into the omu ye nyina no, a strategy omu di Kanoforiata eba be president. Edu 2020 version omu ye no, 2020 version no. After the almost say in the 2020 omu say the person of northern origin should be the heir apparent. Omu tron to say na another than Kwaku Fado na iron strategy bi. Inti Dr. Baumianya be ya running mate na obuku ni mo. Why in the way party you as at 2020 on to me predict say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was going to be the flag bearer of this party. Why? E see ya no me shame. E shame pe no me take screenshot. No ma cycle. Say na you mo screenshot no. Say. Inti say we e balance any previous version ma say no mo ye no. No ma share we. Into mo share we sana. Na wo kan we ya. Because we can who book ba ko that say but I can tell you who cover the previous version now can you say we enim. You realize that enim as for Alan Chamanti, I think I've read this already. So 2017 my prediction was that Alan will be the flag bearer. 2020 omu say am fana afede Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was the obvious choice no mo ko update book no. You know, Modi Shemu say a person of northern origin will be say, and then when you see it, you say, oh, at the end of the year, your friend is saying, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia befa, na na dam koku for that plan e book that complete falsehood, complete fabrications. Almost say, na na dam koku for that plan say, or best shut down radio stations be NDC for, no wa jono dia ma MPP, but radio station ba ko NDC ni dia, ya shut dia ma MPP. Mention one. But let it happen tomorrow. They will go and pick it and put it in the book. Omo kaya ka say nanado MTN everywhere you go. Omo kaya ka say nanado ebegu MTN. Omo kaya meanwhile the same people are moving around saying say nanado protect MTN. omo kan ya kase nado ebegu MTN omo kan ya kan say PDS assemble ECG PDS assemble pe no mo edit book no mo di PDS share. It's when you go and take the second version of the book PDS in him, but the third version it has PDS. We were PDS nanado in the trap PDS mu. Mustafa Hamid in our essay in our essay and a book being wa no creba kumpu a womb. It is quite obvious this whole book of AGYAPADEE Omachechino is a complete fabrication of the NDC. And a idea almost year was so, and it's in a Mampeni Nankasa, former President Mahamankasa, and so Ekebino. Nankaya Sema, and could be a radio Mampeni dear. In some be say misinformation and disinformation be said dear. One for one no, and to anka disinformation and misinformation said dear, in Kaun for one nuntum. But on any ordinary to Eko Kaya Kawo, your friend is saying, the campaign to say, at the end of the day, Empo Tidakayo, I say Empo, say book when they fake crowd, the woman dear, it is all being implemented. Mobile video, the mammy Mr. Quickly, now I'm fan wrapping up.
Recently, there was an issue about a document called AGYAPADEE. They said it's fabricated. But even if it's fabricated, the implementation is not fabricated. Because everything that is written in that document has been implemented. So if really somebody sat and fabricated that document, then the person can really...
And my former president, no? Yenina former president. Obia former president. Odi atro hene your Mahama. Odi atro hene your Mahama. On when the be no kan say politics there about 1 years wa. The abeke bi abete send nipa dwe no beka. Entro na the film. Ojina campaign trail. E mo no so ka misinformation and disinformation. Say book ni mpo na ye fake. Everything in the book is being implemented. I dare one person to come. Let us sit down and pick the 4 versions of the book from 2017 to the version 137 page, version 238 page, version 830, version 339 pages. Which of the things are in the book? Now, we are going to for Obianje copy. They said the old book can be a basic beam. And yes, you are no more update. Never send a book back, more versions back 4. I did almost say a strategic document and Nipane prepare answer about Bemuno. And by the time I was 2020. Book no, which one in 2020? And so when I'm say book no ye booka ye implemented because Nipano try and so bemu, but the book was written in the year 2020. Nana do babemu 2020. Niama esi 2018 ewo booka which one in 2020 mu I will say it's implemented. At the end see 2018 banking sector cleanup 2018-2019 year no. So the best book mu say meye would have been 2020 book move, but it's 2018-2019. Why are we this wicked? Why is the NDC so wicked? And the NDC for mutumo densa. And the NDC for mutumo sumsa. Why? Bonne ben and on my way, NDC for all the way from the 90s, 1992, 1993, 1994, 5, 6, all the way from the 90s. Bepemune, mudi eno mukwa batu biya mube chantro. Muntu mfano kreke tu say mfano kwa batu. Muntu mi nkan che nipa no de ntu omonto abamamo. This is more than trolling contempo akasa. Ye de we 2024. 1990 no man fimu a ye de be fimu. 2004 elections na man fimu a ye de be fimu. 2008 elections na man fimu a ye de be fimu. 2012-2016 elections no man fimu a ye de be fimu. This is 2024. The new generation of the MPP Yambediagro. Mutual and Trono 100 times. You best spend it time 200 times. Need the Judisa and Trono. Enumerate a dear Bakope in the Bedi Hujuma. A AGYAPADEE book no a complete fabrication of the NDC. And Nina so Ketuasi. And your book bia a deep chamber brontia says ubia. And your booker NDC for stories, online news, online stories, bubomu. Niamba ACC dada. No kabo no mdebi ede eka na adechi bia no BBC no mo fa no mo dishim enti book no your versions ba ko 4 o first versions 4 na e bia yesronko version 1 no ye 2017 de no bibia ni mu a esi ye 2020 omo say 2017 de no hwi ni mu esi no mbeka niama esisi from 2017 to 2020 e kabo mu a book. And Lutina, even things that happened in March 2020, Crown, a book, Nipan also thrown in 2017. Book and another done quick for the Troy, you know. What say, all pese of Riata picture, and when no cofa Santahene, Nana Prempe, the first picture. Book was another Troy and so bad Baymono. Nyama, SCC 2020, March, April, February, na ewo book him. Booker was another done quick for the Troy, you know. A Barnesai and a Professor Kwekwaza story out Troy in 2019 or 2020. A war book and another and Atras on Otro. A Barnesai and Professor Kwekwaza story, a woman. Now, there you are calling so almost the Professor Kwekwaza story in the Bemu, as if say, Nanado na day, etro. Ye mahu kwine, a man trossi, and fefe, a way my way going into the elections. Ghanaians deserve better. Ghana for yourself at say, mube treating you with respect and dignity. Now would you buo amayen, be catch yen, the open say, ye jinaso, eto abamao. Be cheye, and sheshaya wo, me ni ejuma, me pejuma, cheme, the obe to me ene nyuma ba. Min to me in school, because min to me tuya, cheme kwa befa so me to me a school. Min to me rented die, because min niska me to rent, cheme kwa befa so be mame rentika. Me ye mfidi ejuma, me nyesika, na me de ahye medwumem, be cheme kwa befa so be to me nyesika, e de ahye medwumem. Bi oba me di dwa wodwa so, me pemboa na metuma me dwedi akosoro, be cheme de enti abetumi aboa na me dwedi aiden akosoro. Me ya brantia me pese me hye adwuma se foforo. Cheme de enti a ekwan abefa so abeboa me na metumi nya ahoden e de ahye medwuma se. Sei na ye politics. John Mahama say about ombre so a de obeke bia sese nipa dwo no be ye entrokra na de film. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say ye entreat nipa sa e de obuo ene ahobrase ene ene nipa tena. Wo de nipa fa sa akwan so a na wabu nanim tia wanfo buo ma no. Ono ogidi say ye to abama na obe make sure say Ghana mebun ebetumi nye school mu kwan no manya skills o mu hia no mo de abeye adwuma. Obe make sure say infidi adwuma ye bie no ye be bie aka ho. Automobile companies no dodo beba enu nti omo be ko technical and vocational school no o de infidi no dodo beba o workshops nim no mo desua ne tumi akwanim no mo wi o metumi abenya adwuma ne biaye. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say obeboa ema 1 million young children ye train omo in digital and IT skills no mo tumi aye enwuma e wo wiase afa na nyina. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say ye nuanom ye papa no mo import ne ma fi aboche ene mo ye businesses o mo di dwa no or the new tax regimes aba wo ho beto duties na report no obeto se hwim na wo make sure say duties no any togode no ebe ye pe ana ebe kofem ase no o say duty ye ntua duty wo dollars biem duty ye betua in cedis ye be calculate in cedis empo exchange rate na report no o say obe pege no no de gina faako se na be ya wo betumi a predict na wetumi hu sika obehia e de yi wo niama o say Ghana mebu nya gidie wo ne mu se ekwan bi obefa so obema Ghana ene abrochiman abeye pe no obefa so no ene abrochiman abeye den abeye pe ogidi say we chichi what do you compare other countries a nemu oyobi a owo enisudi friend say enisudi hu a owo gidie kase se bia wo pese wo ye no sa woni omanfo ne kabom na mo nyina mo de akomakro adwenkro eya de mo pese mo ye bia ebebem oma ye nyina so a ye nyina so efato abama no ye ndiatem yen kasentie nipa yen twantro yen kasakasa nchia ye dia ne se owadwen foforo na adwen sonko de bebo man no odi ne huni ne hote owakomapa owodo ema Ghana ese former president Mahama monto abama no why momboa no no menya konwa no na de ono so betu ye no ombeye ne ye hwe aha the next chapter show nyame ya doma ya wada ye besa so ehia wa ha to my Gen Z people. I keep telling you, this election is for us. This election is about us. Let's be ready to understand the issues and vote based on the issues. Under no circumstance should we let anybody at all, exchange our future for their own personal gains. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is running against a former president, a man that had an opportunity to cause change in the lives of the people of this country, but failed woefully. A man in whose time, when we had difficulties and challenges, told us clearly that he's turned into a dead goat and he cannot be bothered by even sharp knives. A man who looked us in the eyes and told us that he's not ready to negotiate with our medical officers who were simply asking for better conditions of service. A man who said that he has seen so many strikes even during his first term and can no longer be bothered. A man who left this country in darkness for the entire period he was in office and sat down and ensured that thousands of jobs were lost, millions of people stayed at home, factories shut down. A man who sat down and allowed hundreds of thousands of young Ghanaians drop out of basic junior high school after basic education simply because their parents could not afford. This man surely cannot be one we can leave our future into. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has been a fantastic vice president. One of the most vibrant and arguably the most active vice president we've seen in our lifetime. A vice president that is willing to work with us to fix our challenges. He's one that believes that a lot has been done, but a lot more remains for us to achieve as a people, and is ready to rally us all together behind him and lead us into the future we desire and aspire for ourselves. Let's vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, not just for us, but for our friends, our brothers, and the generations unborn. I'll see all of us again on Thursday at exactly 7:30 p.m. Thank you for staying with me and have a very good night.
The youth wing of the NPP must be psychologically prepared and strategically positioned to ensure victory is achieved. I want to assure you, a vote for Dr. Bawumia is a vote for your future. A vote for Dr. Bawumia is a vote to secure your destiny. And a vote for this digital man is a new era, a new dawn, a new beginning.
Yes, you the new policies ever. We are who say Yano, Nipa Odilibano, Obetimi president just for 4 years. 4 years ago, that's all. Now I'll say, oh, call honeymoon. I'll call honeymoon, you buy. Say 4 years now. La media, Namiadum, me president for 8 years. And said, Muntumamia, Mesamba, I will have accountability. Member, a coupon, Nama, Mabechere, a Juma, Maye, Ukienino, Namoniswa, Namamami, Aquaso. And yes, sir, only here, Muntumanoa, bye, no. Bye-bye, I'll call employment on Mahabium, no accountability. Ghana, you have a president, brand new president with new ideas, new innovation, integrity. To do the work for the people of Ghana. Muntu Abano, Emma Dr. Bawumia, Namuntu Abano, Emma Kapo, Sami Auku, Nayan Koemin, a new Ghana, a new dawn, a new Ghana, a new dawn. Let us take Ghana to the next level. Say,
why am I born? I'm in Fanche. Don't have money, I know what I say. I'm over to me on top of the battery. When you have brought it Say